While there is the fun and the thrill of political theatre, there is an element to the Donald Trump prosecution which is particularly political. So Alvin Bragg seems to be intent on a political agendum. And Trump's son has accused Bragg today of using $200 million in city funds to close the city down so that his father can make it to court. One wonders why. Yes, of course, Trump seems to be dodgy, seems to be irregular. But then so was Bob Dole, so was Obama, so was Hillary Clinton, the Christopher Steele payoffs, or payments, whatever they were. And all of those, Dole, Obama, Clinton, they were all fined, I think, for accounting irregularities. And there's a point at which you have to say, well, surely this is little more than an accounting regularity. And while we may poke fun at Trump, while we may not like Trump, we may like Trump, there is a point at which we have to say, when we look at this, that this does more harm to America's standing in the world at a time of increased global tension than it helps or than it reinforces the image of justice in America, the chances of a democratic victory at the next election, or indeed puts forward the idea that there is some sort of universal justice. I think the timing of this and the scope of this, the constant barrage of this. I remember having doing a podcast about 2 years ago on about a TV program called Survivor. And we had on the podcast a guest who was standing to be the Attorney General in New York. And she was fascinating. She was quite determined that Trump was prosecuted. And I thought this was an odd way to be standing for an election as a legal officer. It didn't seem to me at the time to be about blind justice. It seemed to me to be about a political motive. And of course, I'm not American. And in one sense, I don't have any right to make too many, or do I have a right to have a say on this? Yes, I do. Why? Because what happens in the States affects us all. And if this prosecution wobbles the image of the United States at this particular time, it's not a good time to pick. And we will all feel the impact of that wobble. Meanwhile, yes, the rhetoric coming out of the Republican Party is a little wide of the mark too. Do you want another term of President Biden? During the period of President Biden, we've had a president who's taken us close to World War III. I think this is what Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying. It's a little bit, the rhetoric is a little bit hot. But at the same time, we need, coming from America, a sense of stability and focus. And I don't think we're seeing that at the moment. What we're seeing is extreme politics. And we're seeing that in the UK as well.